is Dharna 2.0 on the cards? In the last 24 hours, two back-to-back stir warnings have been issued by the CJP. And the biggest flashpoint right now is the withdrawal of FIRs. The CJP is demanding a blanket amnesty, asking the government to withdraw all existing FIRs against the protesters immediately. Now, they claim that the recent Supreme Court interim order raises major alarm bells, permitting state governments to proceed with investigations in existing FIRs, which the CJP says directly contradicts the earlier government assurances. Speaking against the top court's caveat, the CJP spokesperson Saurav Das called the Supreme Court order unacceptable and warned that the government could seek to weaponize it. He also warned that if the demands of the protesters are not met, the agitation could be resumed.
आज शाम को सरकार के जो रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स हैं उनसे मैं मिलने भी गया था, उनका इनविटेशन आया था। उसमें उन्होंने मुझे सुप्रीम कोर्ट का एक ऑर्डर दिखाया जिसमें जो डायरेक्शन नंबर 4 है उसमें लिखा हुआ है कि जो FIRs एग्जिस्टिंग है उसमें इन्वेस्टिगेशन फर्दर चल सकता है। आगे भी चल के अगर कोई भी डिसीजंस होते हैं छात्रों के हित में अगर आप लेते हो और अगर आपने उसको प्रॉमिस किया है तो वो आप रखिए। अगर आप नहीं रखते हो तो हम बता देना चाह रहे हैं कि हम लोग फिर से एक बहुत बड़ा प्रोटेस्ट का ऐलान करेंगे। दिल्ली में होगा, दूसरे स्टेट्स में भी होगा, एक तरीके से पूरा नेशन वाइड हम लोग फिर से प्रोटेस्ट करेंगे।
So, what is the Supreme Court interim order that the CJP spokesperson objected to? Now, the Supreme Court order said that the states may proceed with the investigation of the FIRs, saying no coercive action should be taken against the protesting students. But action can be taken against those who have criminal antecedents, because there are cases where some of the students do not have any antecedents, but there are also some who have antecedents. So the court has made it clear that there should be a differentiation and that the states must release children under the age of 18. The top court also went on to say that minors with criminal antecedents need not be freed. That's the direction that was given. And targeting both the government and the top court stance, the opposition leaders also claimed that the government lies and can't be trusted. They are now demanding an immediate, explicit assurance on the floor of the House that no legal action will be taken against the protesters.
इसीलिए कहा कि सदन में स्टेटमेंट एक बार आ जाता और सरकार ये कह देती किसी पर मुकदमे नहीं होंगे, किसी के खिलाफ कार्रवाई नहीं होगी तो बात साफ हो जाती है।
CJP is right in stating that this goes among the government promise, and there was a proper agreement between the government and the protesters. Now this Supreme Court is again creating an atmosphere in favor of protest, because the CJP is in a way the Supreme Court's own creation. And now what is happening? What a strange statement. Supreme Court, I mean, it's the uppermost, the topmost body in the country as far as judiciary is concerned, should be more sensible. And why should they make this kind of comments? I don't know. The court is going to give a new life to CJP, a new life to protest movement.
जिस तरह का इन्होंने कराया कि वहाँ लोगों की आइडेंटिफिकेशन ली और उसको जारी कर दिया, पेपर लीक वालों की भी जारी करते तो समझ में आता ना। बच्चों के ऊपर सारे अत्याचार होंगे।
ये सरकार तो बोलती है, कहती कुछ है। मैंने इसलिए कहा कि ये जुमलों का सरकार है। ये फेशियल रिकॉग्निशन वाले जो वीडियोज खोजे जा रहे हैं यहाँ पे, तो हम ये कह सकते हैं जो सरकार है आज भी इनकी मनसा साफ नहीं है, इनकी नीयत साफ नहीं है, और ये जो बिल भी ला रही है आई वॉश की तरह होगी।
But let's talk about whether this is double standards or political expediency, because the Congress party finds itself under sharp attack over its stance on the student protests in Kerala. The former Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan has called out the Congress for glaring hypocrisy on the issue of the amnesty for students. Vijayan has questioned whether the Congress genuinely stands with the students, pointing out that while there have been assurances on withdrawing cases linked to the agitation, the Congress-led UDF government in Kerala has continued to pursue criminal cases against the protesters. So different rules in Delhi versus the Congress-ruled Kerala. Now, Pinarayi Vijayan claimed that nearly 5,000 people are still facing criminal cases in the state, taking direct aim at Rahul Gandhi. Vijayan accused the Congress of hypocrisy, asking whether its concern for students is genuine or politically motivated. He also raised the question of whether there can be one standard in Delhi and another in the state. The BJP has now stepped up the attack on the Congress over the student protest issue. Taking aim at the party's stand in Kerala and at the centre, the BJP has accused the Congress of speaking in different voices in different states. The BJP leaders claim that there is some friendship in Delhi and confrontation in Kerala, alleging that the Congress party seems to be adopting contradictory positions.
Now, left parties after Saurav Das have targeted the Supreme Court, saying that the decision of Supreme Court is unacceptable, that we will not follow Supreme Court. Now, the left parties are saying that, no, we don't believe Supreme Court should not say this. They want blanket amnesty even for violent people. They want blanket amnesty for history cheaters. So rapists, murderers, POXO accused, these people are the one they are now defending. How can they be confused or compared with students? Students are doing pious, genuine protest. Their protests are respected. And in Kerala, in Karnataka, they are filing cases against the genuine protesters. There they have nothing to say. These leftists and other people. Hypocrites.
FIR हुई है उनको परस्यू कर
अब देखो ऐसा है कि इनका जो है वो दिल्ली में तो दोस्ती करते हुए दिखाई पड़ते हैं और केरल में कुश्ती करते हुए दिखाई पड़ते हैं। तो ये जो काल्पनिक क्रांतिकारी बनने का कंपटीशन चल रहा है, कांग्रेस पार्टी हो या कम्युनिस्ट पार्टीज हो या और लोग भी हों, तो उनमें काल्पनिक क्रांतिकारी बनने का कंपटीशन इससे ज्यादा कुछ नहीं।
Meanwhile, the Kerala Chief Minister V.D. Satishan says that a letter has now been forwarded to the Home Department and has assured that the government will look into the matter.
I have already explained. He has written a letter, and I have that letter was forwarded to Honorable Home Minister. They will take action accordingly.
And well, that's all we could bring for you in this edition of Urban Debate. Thank you for joining us. Good night.